Hello everyone, welcome to another one of my beer reports. Today I would like to speak about a beer that probably the majority of people who either have been to the Czech Republic before or like the Czech Republic or just like Czech beer in general but have never been to the country. It, it's a beer that probably all of you know very well, or at least the brewery you all know very well, which is Kozel. Um, Kozel is it's one of the big names here in the country. They have a variety of different beers, starting from their Kozel 10, which is the draft beer, Kozel 11, which is the pale lager, the Kozel Dark, which is a kind of darker draft beer. It's got a lower alcohol percentage. And when you think about the Czech Republic and beer, normally you would think about Pilsner Urquell, Budějovické Budvar, but definitely Kozel as well. However, when you live abroad, you probably have access to the Kozel 11. In the other countries, it's normally called premium lager, Kozel premium lager, and it comes with a yellow label, which, funnily enough, here in the Czech Republic, that beer is actually the one with the green label, the Kozel 11. I don't know why they have a yellow label for the premium lager in other countries when the yellow label is actually the Kozel 10. But what you probably won't get too often is this, the Kozel Mistruv, Lezak. Lezak is the Czech word for lager, so it's a lager beer. Kozel Mistruv is a relatively new beer. It's been around for a while, of course, but it hasn't been on the market for years and years. I do believe it is relatively new. You probably haven't seen this unless you live in the Czech Republic or recently visited the Czech Republic. You probably haven't seen these, too often in supermarkets abroad. Because the kind of mostly spread is indeed the Kozel Premium Lager or the Kozel 11. So I would like to test this today. See how we get on, give you a little bit of my impression, and then hopefully you will get a chance to test it by yourself as well if you haven't already done so. Let's try. Let's see what this is all about. I'm using my Kozel glass, which I think is just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful glass. Kozel have a variety of different glasses, and they come just in these beautiful varieties. Now, this one, as you can see, the handle, it's kind of in the shape of a goat's horn. Kozel, it stands for goat, and it has the Kozel logo here as well, which is very, very nicely done. There is another glass that is quite similar to this one, also with this type of handle, but it actually has a goat's head just sticking out of this part. I've got one of these as well. I will use it for another Kozel review, and then I will show you. But I really like these glasses because they're just absolutely beautiful. So if you're into glassware, this is probably a must-have. If you like to drink beer from the glass of the brewery that the beer that you're drinking, I think if you're looking for a Kozel glass, this is one of my absolute favorites. I really love this. Absolutely beautiful. It's been, it's a little bit wet again inside, as you may see. I do like to keep the glasses wet when I, try a new beer, or generally when I drink beer, because it gives that little bit of extra, in my opinion, it allows you to give that extra little bit of foam on top and create that nice pour. So let's see how we get on with this one. I really like the look of this. This is absolutely beautiful. you know, it's got this beautiful color. It's a little bit hazy. I'm not sure if you can see this. It's not a see-through kind of beer. It kind of gives a little bit of a hazy impression. Of course, you can see through, but it's still a little bit of haziness. And you know, from a foam perspective, it's also got a nice foamy head. So you know, the first impression is just really beautiful. I absolutely like it. Let's give this a go. Nasravi. Yeah, I mean, this is. I really appreciate this because on a day like this, today it's again been an absolutely hot day, and this is just so easy to drink. Um, it just went down so easy. There was really no elements here that in any way would kind of, you know, stand out, you know, in any kind of bad way. It's just so well balanced. Um, you don't get a bitterness at the end, and I think this is quite important for people who like that little bit of bitterness. I do like it, but here you don't really get, you know, a kind of hop bitterness at the end. This one is a really great lager to drink on a hot day when you know you are looking for refreshment. And to be honest, it's just so easy to drink, so easily drinkable. Because when I first looked at this, and when you look at the kind of color, you know, and you know, for me it seems like more of a heavy beer, heavy to drink, and I find it difficult to explain what I mean by it. But it just looks a little bit, you know, heavier, but it's not. It's just really easy to drink. There's a little bit of a sweetish touch to it, not overwhelming, but there is a slight element, a slight sweet element here that I can get. I'm not sure what that is. Let me try it again. Yeah, there's very little Swedish element to it, which is actually quite nice. Because you know, again, you know, sometimes I do like my kind of bitter beers, but here I really feel a little Swedish note, which is actually quite nice, especially on a day like this when you're really looking for refreshment. This is really doing it for me. So I really like this one. It's got 4.8% alcohol content, so nothing too heavy. It's got, you know, a little bit more than the Kozel 11, the regular pale lager. But yeah, I really like this one. It's a really nice drinkable, absolutely drinkable beer that I really would recommend. Yeah, it's really nice. They used to have this as well as a dark beer. So the Kozel Mistruv, it came as a Tmave option as well, so a dark beer option, which I also really enjoyed because it had that creaminess to it. You know, there was a chocolate taste as well, or a chocolatey taste to it. It was beautiful, but unfortunately, it seems like they've taken it off the market for whatever reason. Potentially because Kozel already has a dark beer, the Kozel Cherny, and maybe the Kozel Mistrov Tmave just didn't fit in there too well. Maybe there was, I don't know, I don't want to call it conflict of interest, but maybe there was some kind of conflict. And that's the reason why they stopped producing it. At least I haven't seen it for a very long time. And I actually went to the Kozel website earlier just to see what this beer is all about. And I couldn't see it in their range of beers. So, you know, maybe it will come back again. But that was a really beautiful beer as well that I really enjoyed. With regards to this one, it is, you know, a standard kind of beer that you would get in any supermarket here in the Czech Republic. It's moderately priced. It's not, you know, at the level of the likes of Pilsner, Urquell, and Budvar, which are quite high on the, you know, on the pricing scale. It's in the middle, and it's easily available in literally all of the supermarkets. Well, at least the bigger supermarkets chains that wouldn't necessarily be discounters, but you will definitely get this in Globus, Albert, Kaufland. The kind of larger supermarket chains in the Czech Republic. I did mention it's not available too often in in supermarkets or shops abroad. You probably will find some small shops that sell it, potentially because they brought some stock over from the Czech Republic. I know in the UK there are some shops that sometimes do have it. But it's not usually exported. And again, Kozel, when you buy Kozel in another country, you normally buy the kind of premium lager, which is available in most countries. But you can buy this in the Czech Republic literally everywhere. You can also buy it online in some of the beer shops. Beerdome.cz have it as well. So definitely a beer that I would recommend to try. Whether it's here in the Czech Republic or when you if you want to order it online. Absolutely beautiful, refreshing. I can only recommend this. That's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Any comments, please let me know. Any questions about, again, Czech beer or Czech Republic, let me know. I will come back to you. Subscribe to my channel if you like this video. There will be more beer reports coming over the next couple of days and weeks with new beers. I've also got some German beers that I got last week when I visited Germany. So I will try to do a review on them as well. Some of the Pilsners from Berlin, but then I also have some porters from a brewery in Löbau, which is just across the border from the Czech Republic, and they actually cooperate with a Czech brewery called, now I have forgotten the name, and that's quite embarrassing, called Kozel, the Kozel brewery, I'm sorry. So they have a very close cooperation with Kozel, which is from Warnsdorf. And the porters that I have are fruit porter, so there's a strawberry porter and a cherry porter. I've had the cherry porter before, which I really enjoyed, and I will review both of them, strawberry and the cherry porter, probably either this week or the next week. But then I also have some Pilsners from Berlin, which I will also review. So subscribe to my channel to stay updated, to continuously watch my videos, watch my beer reviews. Any criticism, any feedback, let me know in the comments. I will finish this. Thank you very much for joining, and have a nice evening. Na zdraví. Bye bye.